Walk alone, build yourself. Let me share a profound truth, a realization that often comes to many far too late in their journey through life. There arrives a pivotal moment, a stark turning point, when the undeniable reality settles in. No one is truly coming to rescue you. No single person will dedicate their mornings to fighting your unique battles or systematically construct the discipline you need to thrive. Your cherished dreams, the very aspirations that stir your soul, are yours and yours alone to carry. No one else can shoulder them or traverse the specific, often challenging path that you were uniquely born to walk. This precise moment, that acutely painful, undeniably uncomfortable yet deeply illuminating instant, marks the true genesis of your personal transformation, the very beginning of becoming who you are meant to be. This is a fundamental truth because the most profound and significant growth in life rarely unfolds amidst universal applause or when every path ahead is smooth and effortlessly clear. True advancement doesn't occur when your vision is instantly grasped and championed by others. Instead, the most impactful growth, the kind that shapes character and resilience, often takes place in deep solitude and profound silence. It manifests when you are solely in the company of your own thoughts, confronting internal doubts and external uncertainties, yet you deliberately choose to press forward. It happens when there is no cheering crowd, no immediate recognition for your efforts, and absolutely no guarantee of success. Yet an unwavering inner conviction compels you to persist. That quiet voice within whispers, "I was destined for something greater. I am capable of more." This is the time to embrace the journey of walking alone, to meticulously build yourself, piece by challenging piece. For it is the individual who learns to stand confidently and independently, relying on their own inner strength, who ultimately becomes a person of formidable character, one who cannot be easily shattered by life's inevitable pressures. Consider this powerful analogy for a moment. A magnificent tree doesn't achieve its formidable strength and towering stature merely by growing in a perpetually comfortable or sheltered environment. On the contrary, a tree develops its enduring resilience precisely because it must bravely endure relentless storms, withstand the fierce onslaught of harsh winds, and navigate countless seasons without external protection or assistance. Each tempest it faces, every struggle against the elements, paradoxically forces its roots to delve deeper and spread wider into the earth, anchoring it more firmly. Human beings, in essence, are no different. The multitude of challenges and adversities you encounter throughout your life are not simply bothersome obstacles to be avoided or lamented. They are, in fact, crucial opportunities, disguised blessings, to cultivate your own profound inner roots. The solitude of lonely nights, the sting of failures, the weight of disappointments, the painful moments when trusted individuals depart from your life, or when you feel completely unsupported and disbelieved by the others. These are not mere hardships. These are the very crucible moments that meticulously forge and profoundly shape the remarkable individual you are destined to become. Years ago, a profound insight fundamentally shifted my perspective and remains with me to this day. Your entire trajectory in life dramatically alters the moment you cease asking with a sense of victimhood, "Why is this happening to me?" and instead begin to inquire, with an open and curious mind, "What valuable lesson is this experience trying to impart to me?" This shift in questioning is paramount because within every difficulty lies a hidden lesson. Embedded within every struggle is an important message, waiting to be deciphered. And every painful experience, no matter how daunting, holds the inherent potential to become a powerful, unwavering foundation upon which to build a stronger future. However, the majority of people unfortunately never unearth their true inner strength because they instinctively recoil from discomfort, actively seeking to avoid it. They gravitate towards ease and familiarity, chasing superficial comfort, striving for external approval, and consistently choosing the path of least resistance. And then, quite predictably, they find themselves puzzled, wondering why they never managed to transcend the ordinary and become truly extraordinary. Herein lies a crucial insight that most individuals consistently fail to grasp. Comfort, in its subtle and insidious way, stands as one of the most formidable adversaries to personal growth and genuine progress. Comfort insidiously whispers alluring suggestions. Stay exactly where you are. There's no need to push further. Comfort reassures you. Everything is perfectly fine as it is. You don't really need to undertake any challenging changes. Comfort tempts you with procrastination, urging, simply wait until tomorrow. And so, tomorrow conveniently morphs into next week, which then effortlessly transforms into next year. Before you know it, you glance back across a significant span of time and are met with the sobering realization that you have inadvertently spent years meticulously safeguarding yourself from the very challenges, the very crucible moments that held the potential to profoundly strengthen and build you into a more capable individual. The elevated, more resilient and accomplished person you genuinely aspire to become doesn't materialize through fleeting desires. That version of you is patiently waiting for you on the other side of your unwavering discipline, not merely your transient motivation, nor your ephemeral excitement. It is your steadfast, persistent discipline that will bridge the gap. The reason this distinction is so vital is that motivation, by its very nature, is an inherently fickle and inconsistent force. It ebbs and flows, appearing and disappearing without warning. There will be days, indeed, when you awaken feeling utterly inspired, brimming with energy and purpose. Conversely, there will be countless other mornings when you will wake up feeling profoundly tired or burdened by self-doubt, questioning every aspect of your path and choices. But in contrast to these fluctuating emotions, discipline speaks with an unwavering voice, declaring, "I made a solemn commitment to myself, and I will, without fail, honor it." Discipline is, at its core, the consistent act of keeping the promises you make to yourself, regardless of how you feel in the moment. And critically, every single time you uphold a promise made to yourself, you actively build a deeper, more robust foundation of self-confidence and self-belief. Conversely, each instance you betray a promise to yourself, you subtly yet significantly erode the trust in your own capabilities and integrity. Understand this: your relationship with yourself, the way you treat yourself, the promises you keep to yourself, is without a doubt the single most important and foundational relationship you will cultivate throughout your entire existence. This self-relationship is paramount because it is entirely possible to amass great wealth and still experience a profound, aching sense of emptiness within. You can gather a vast following, garner immense popularity, and yet deep down feel an intense solitude. You might achieve what the world broadly defines as success, reaching pinnacles of external accomplishment, yet still harbor the quiet, unsettling knowledge that somewhere along the journey you tragically abandoned your authentic self. The very first person, the most crucial individual, to whom you must pledge unwavering loyalty is yourself, specifically your future self. This is the aspirational version of you, the person you are meticulously crafting and bringing into existence with every single decision and action you take, day after relentless day. Consider the profound impact of this perspective. Envision encountering your future self 5 years from this very moment. Picture yourself standing face to face with the embodiment of the person you have the potential to become. What invaluable insights or poignant questions would that evolved version of yourself offer to you right now? Would they express deep gratitude for the difficult sacrifices you courageously undertook? Would they extend heartfelt thanks for those challenging mornings when you forced yourself out of bed, even when every fiber of your being resisted? Would they commend your relentless pursuit of learning, your unwavering commitment to self-improvement, and your steadfast refusal to ever give up? Or would they instead look at you with a profound sense of lament, asking why you allowed so much of your inherent potential to lie dormant and ultimately wasted? This thought experiment is extraordinarily powerful precisely because every single decision you consciously make today serves as a direct, ongoing conversation with your future. The habits you diligently cultivate and consistently practice in the present moment are quite literally shaping the quality and direction of the life you will inevitably experience in your tomorrow. So many individuals hold a pervasive misconception, believing that true success manifests in one sudden, dramatic, and often public moment. They imagine that a single, golden opportunity will instantly change everything. Perhaps one fortuitous phone call, one extraordinary stroke of luck, or one perfectly aligned moment that catapults them to greatness. Yet, reality rarely unfolds in such a theatrical fashion. Genuine, lasting success is, for the most part, an invisible process. It is meticulously constructed through countless small, unassuming moments that pass entirely unnoticed by others. It is found in that extra hour of dedicated learning you commit to when no one else is observing. It resides in the challenging workout you complete, even when there's no one there to offer encouragement. It's in the quiet decision to save a portion of your earnings when its existence is known only to you. It is the conscious choice to invest in improving yourself while everyone else around you is caught up in distractions. These seemingly insignificant, consistent, small choices are the true architects of monumental results. This is the undeniable, transformative power of the compound effect in action. Consider the profound impact of even a tiny adjustment. A mere 1-degree alteration in your daily trajectory might appear utterly insignificant or unimpressive in the present moment, today. However, when compounded and sustained over the course of several years, that seemingly minor shift will lead you to an entirely, astonishingly different destination. Similarly, an individual who commits to improving themselves by just 1% each and every day will, over time, undergo a transformation so radical that they become virtually unrecognizable. This profound change isn't the result of a single, monumental effort, but rather the cumulative effect of thousands upon thousands of small, deliberate actions, consistently repeated. Allow me to highlight an absolutely critical principle. Your life is not fundamentally reshaped by grand gestures or infrequent, sporadic efforts. Instead, your life is meticulously sculpted and forever changed by what you choose to do, day in and day out, with unwavering consistency. Your routine, therefore, is not merely a collection of tasks, it is your future, artfully disguised and steadily unfolding. Take an honest look at your daily habits, these seemingly mundane patterns, and you will clearly discern the inevitable direction your life is heading. Think of your habits as powerful votes. Every single morning, with each choice you make, you are casting a vote for the type of person you are actively becoming. Every decision, no matter how minor, is a vote. Every action you take, large or small, is a vote. Every sacrifice you make, however challenging, is a vote. And eventually, the overwhelming accumulation of these consistent votes powerfully defines and creates your very identity. It's vital to understand that you don't magically become disciplined simply by idly waiting until a feeling of discipline somehow descends upon you. Instead, you forge discipline through the deliberate and consistent practice of disciplined actions. Likewise, you don't spontaneously become confident by passively waiting until you suddenly feel confident. True confidence is cultivated and earned by actively engaging in difficult tasks, facing challenging situations head-on, and, through these experiences, undeniably proving to yourself that you possess the capacity to navigate and handle them effectively. Confidence, therefore, is not some elusive treasure to be discovered. It is a sturdy structure that you must painstakingly build from the ground up. And the bedrock foundation of this enduring confidence is irrefutable evidence. Evidence that you can, indeed, trust yourself to follow through. Evidence that you are capable of overcoming obstacles and emerging stronger. Evidence that you possess the inner fortitude to keep moving forward, even when life presents its most formidable difficulties. Sadly, countless individuals endlessly search for confidence, yet they paradoxically shy away from the very circumstances and experiences that are essential for its creation. They crave the satisfying reward without being willing to endure the rigorous process. They long for profound strength, but recoil from the necessary struggle. They desire the pinnacle of success, but are unwilling to make the sacrifices that precede it. But let's be unequivocally clear. Life simply does not operate according to such convenient terms. The individual who genuinely desires to conquer the majestic mountain must, without question, fully embrace and commit to the arduous climb. The person who aspires to achieve true greatness must willingly accept the profound responsibilities and inherent challenges that inevitably accompany such an elevated state. This is because the journey of becoming demonstrably better is by its very nature seldom comfortable. Authentic growth rigorously demands that you consciously and courageously shed the outdated, limited versions of your former self. Indeed, sometimes the most challenging farewell you will ever have to utter is to the person you once were. That version of yourself who readily manufactured excuses, who perpetually assigned blame to external circumstances, who passively waited for explicit permission to act, or who felt an insatiable need for everyone's approval before daring to take a single step forward. You must cultivate a fierce willingness to outgrow your previous self, for it is an absolute impossibility for your old identity, with its ingrained patterns and limitations, to construct and inhabit your desired new reality. Just as a tiny seed must heroically crack open and dismantle its protective casing before it can embark on its journey to become a mighty tree, and a butterfly must courageously abandon the perceived safety of its cocoon before it can truly take flight, so too does your personal transformation often necessitate a powerful breaking away from the comfortable familiarity of who you have long believed yourself to be. This profound need for self-transformation highlights precisely why the act of walking alone can be so incredibly powerful and utterly essential. It is not born out of a misanthropic aversion to other people, nor is it a wholesale rejection of the world around you. Rather, it stems from the inherent understanding that there are distinct seasons and phases within life when you profoundly require solitude and quiet introspection. You need ample space to truly think, to process, and to gain clarity. You need dedicated time to meticulously rebuild, reconstruct, and reinforce your inner foundations. You need those crucial moments where you deliberately cease absorbing and reacting to everyone else's opinions, and instead finally tune into and genuinely hear your own authentic inner voice. The world, undoubtedly, is an overwhelming symphony of constant noise. Everyone, it seems, possesses a strong opinion, offers unsolicited advice, and has something to say about what course of action you should take. Yet, despite this cacophony of voices, very few individuals are truly prepared or willing to walk your specific, unique journey alongside you. A scant number will genuinely comprehend the depth of your personal vision, and even fewer will truly feel the same burning, passionate fire that ignites within your own heart. Therefore, it becomes an absolute imperative that you cultivate an unshakable trust in your own commitment and inner conviction. Reflect on the countless stories of history's most successful individuals. At some point in their journey, many of them were profoundly misunderstood. People openly ridiculed their ambitious dreams. Others relentlessly questioned their unconventional choices. Well-meaning, or perhaps not so well-meaning individuals told them they were simply squandering their valuable time and effort. Yet these visionaries persisted, not because they possessed immediate, tangible proof of impending success, but because they held an unwavering, profound belief in their own path and potential. They grasped a crucial, often overlooked truth. The world, more often than not, only truly sees and respects the dazzling final result, rarely acknowledging or appreciating the arduous, unseen process that led to it. People enthusiastically celebrate the triumphant individual basking in the spotlight on the stage. Yet they remain utterly oblivious to the countless years that person dedicated to practicing their craft in isolating silence. They observe the outward success, but they never witness the profound sacrifices made along the way. They cheer for the glorious victory, but they fail to perceive the intense, often brutal battles that were fought behind closed doors. Indeed, every successful individual carries with them a complex, deeply personal, hidden story, a narrative woven with threads of crushing rejection, disheartening failures, and those critical moments when the allure of simply giving up felt overwhelmingly easier than continuing. Crucially, however, in those defining moments, they made a pivotal decision, a choice so fundamental that it altered the entire trajectory of their lives. They resolutely concluded that the transient, often sharp, pain of discipline and effort in the present was infinitely preferable to the pervasive, soul-crushing agony of permanent regret in the future. Pause and truly contemplate this profound truth for a moment. Pain, by its very nature, is a temporary state. It eventually recedes. Regret, on the other hand, possesses the chilling capacity to linger, to haunt you for an entire lifetime. The discomfort of embracing discipline might sting today. The difficulty inherent in making necessary sacrifices might cause distress today. The challenge of firmly saying no to tempting distractions can certainly be painful in the present moment. But now, truly envision the far more crushing pain of gazing back many years from now and being forced to confront the stark realization that you never even tried. Picture the profound sorrow of knowing you possessed immense potential, yet tragically allowed it to remain undeveloped. Envision the deep ache of having held vibrant dreams, but never having summoned the courage to pursue them. That particular brand of pain is infinitely heavier and more suffocating. For while failure at least imparts valuable lessons, regret, by contrast, mercilessly haunts you with what-ifs. Failure, at its core, declares, "You bravely attempted." Regret, however, whispers chillingly, "You never even afforded yourself a true chance." Therefore, you must exercise profound wisdom in selecting your pain. Choose the pain that actively constructs you, the pain that fundamentally strengthens your character, the pain that meticulously creates a superior version of yourself. For it is an inescapable truth that life will always involve some form of pain. The fundamental question is not whether you will experience pain, but rather, will your pain serve a meaningful purpose? Will your pain utterly break your spirit, or will it instead be the catalyst that builds you up? Will your struggles merely transform into convenient excuses, or will they, with courageous resolve, become the potent fuel that propels you forward? The critical differentiator, the singular element that separates these two paths, lies squarely in your mindset. Consider this powerful example. Two distinct individuals can encounter precisely the same formidable difficulty, the identical challenging circumstance, and yet, from that shared experience, they will ultimately forge entirely divergent and distinct futures. One person, confronted with adversity, will perceive an insurmountable wall, a definitive barrier to their progress. The other individual, facing the identical situation, will perceive not a wall, but a compelling challenge, an opportunity for growth and conquest. One person will lament, "Why is this always happening to me?" adopting a posture of victimhood. The other, however, will proactively inquire, "What valuable lessons can I extract from this, and how can I leverage it?" It is rarely the external event itself that holds ultimate control over the direction of your life. Far more potent is your interpretation of that event. This is what truly steers your destiny. Your prevailing mindset meticulously constructs the meaning you assign to your experiences, and that assigned meaning, in turn, directly dictates your subsequent actions and reactions. An individual possessing a resilient and empowering mindset can navigate through the most tempestuous storms of life, enduring immense adversity, and yet still manage to carry an unwavering beacon of hope within their heart. Conversely, a person burdened by a defeated or negative mindset can stand bathed in the brightest sunshine, surrounded by apparent blessings, and yet tragically perceive only gloom and perpetual darkness. It becomes unequivocally clear, then, that you must deliberately and consistently train your mind, just as you would train any other muscle. An untrained mind, left to its own devices, will almost invariably default to choosing comfort and the path of least resistance. An undisciplined mind will perpetually seek out and rationalize excuses for inaction. An unprepared mind will instinctively recoil from difficulty, consistently fleeing from challenges. However, a meticulously trained mind operates from a fundamentally different understanding. It recognizes that true power, profound resilience, and lasting capability are not found in avoiding difficulty, but are in fact forged within the very crucible of challenge. Your mind functions very much like a muscle. Whatever cognitive patterns or emotional responses you repeatedly exercise will inevitably grow stronger. If you frequently indulge in fear, then fear will become an increasingly dominant force in your life. If you consistently practice doubt, then doubt will deepen its hold. Conversely, if you actively practice courage, courage will become more accessible and robust within you. If you steadfastly practice discipline, then discipline itself will become a more inherent and powerful trait. Every single day, whether consciously or unconsciously, you are actively training something within yourself. The vital question you must honestly ask is, what exactly are you training? Are you inadvertently training yourself to prematurely quit when faced with obstacles? Or are you diligently training yourself to persist and continue, no matter the adversity? Are you cultivating a habit of complaining and blaming? Or are you sharpening your ability to proactively create solutions? Are you training yourself to remain dependent on external validation and assistance from others? Or are you empowering yourself, through consistent effort, to become profoundly capable and self-reliant? Because truly, one of the most profound and liberating freedoms you can ever attain in life is the profound satisfaction of becoming an individual you can absolutely, unequivocally depend on. This is someone who possesses an unshakable inner core, who does not simply collapse or crumble when circumstances inevitably become arduous and overwhelming. This is a person who has transcended the need for constant external validation or approval from others. This is an individual who can stand resolutely amidst profound uncertainty and confidently declare with a quiet strength, "I will navigate this. I will find a way to figure this out." That formidable person, the one described, is not born by chance or coincidence. That person is meticulously forged and created through the relentless crucible of challenges. That person is painstakingly built through countless, often unnoticed, moments of consciously choosing growth and expansion over fleeting comfort and stagnation. And every single morning, when you consciously make the decision to emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were just yesterday, every single time you elect to pursue valuable learning instead of succumbing to distracting diversions, every time you steadfastly choose unwavering discipline over convenient excuses, in all these quiet, consistent moments, you are diligently constructing the very person who will one day look back upon their journey and realize that the solitary, often lonely road they traversed was never, ever a form of punishment. It was, rather, an indispensable, profound preparation. It was the essential groundwork. For the lonely road accomplishes something that the easy path of comfort can never offer. It introduces you, in the most authentic and unvarnished way, to your true self. And this profound self-discovery is, arguably, one of the greatest and most transformative revelations a human being can ever experience. To genuinely know yourself, to profoundly understand the full scope of what you are truly capable of achieving, and to unearth the incredible, dormant strength that has long been concealed beneath years of self-imposed excuses, debilitating fear, and crippling hesitation. It's a poignant reality that many individuals spend their entire lives constantly surrounded by throngs of people, engulfed by an incessant din of noise, and perpetually lost amidst a sea of distractions. Yet, in this outwardly busy existence, they tragically never truly meet themselves. They never allow themselves the quietude and introspection necessary to sit still, to silence the external clamor, and to honestly ask the deepest, most fundamental questions that define one's being. Questions like, who am I genuinely evolving into? What lasting legacy am I truly building, brick by laborious brick? What comforts, what desires, what transient pleasures am I unequivocally willing to sacrifice for my greater vision? And crucially, what kind of person do I aspire to be? What character traits do I wish to embody when absolutely no one else is watching, when only my own integrity is my witness? These are not merely rhetorical inquiries. These questions are immensely powerful precisely because the honest, unfiltered answers you arrive at will unequivocally determine the direction and ultimate destination of your life. Make no mistake, an extraordinary life does not, by some miraculous coincidence, accidentally materialize. Exceptional lives are painstakingly constructed, not by inherently extraordinary individuals, but by seemingly ordinary people who consistently and repeatedly choose to make extraordinary decisions. decisions that often demand courage, discipline, and profound self-belief. It's a misconception to imagine that an individual awakens one morning and instantly, miraculously, finds themselves perfectly disciplined. On the contrary, discipline is a quality meticulously forged, one conscious decision at a time, one intentional morning at a time, one faithfully kept promise at a time, and one difficult, courageous choice at a time. That individual whom you look up to and deeply admire today, that beacon of accomplishment, was once precisely where you are standing now. They too were someone who had to intensely fight the very same internal battles you are currently grappling with. They experienced moments of profound weakness, succumbed to the grip of fear, and faced countless instances where the overwhelming urge to simply give up felt profoundly easier than pressing on. Yet, they cultivated and refined something truly transformative, something that altered their entire trajectory. They developed the indomitable ability to continue, and this capacity for continuation is arguably a genuine superpower. The sad truth is that the vast majority of people do not ultimately fail due to an inherent lack of talent, intelligence, or capability. More often than not, people fail because they cease their efforts too soon. They tragically abandon their journey precisely during the critical chapter where their story was poised on the brink of a monumental and positive transformation. Consider the profound patience and wisdom inherent in the work of a farmer. A skilled farmer does not sow a seed into the earth today and then, with impatient frustration, dig it up tomorrow merely because they don't yet observe a towering tree. This is because the farmer possesses an innate understanding of the fundamental laws of nature and the organic process of growth. They know deeply that true growth demands time and unfolds in distinct, sequential phases. There is a dedicated season for the diligent planting of seeds, there is a period for consistent and nurturing watering, and then there is often an extended season where, deceptively, nothing appears to be visibly happening above the ground. Yet, beneath the Earth's surface, out of sight, a profound and vital process is undeniably unfolding. Resilient roots are forming, structural strength is developing, and crucial preparation for future emergence is quietly taking place. Your own life operates on precisely the same principles. There will inevitably be seasons, often prolonged, where despite your tireless efforts, dedicated learning, and continuous self-improvement, you feel an unsettling sense that absolutely nothing is changing. You are working diligently, you are acquiring new knowledge, you are refining your skills, but the tangible results remain frustratingly out of sight. And this, precisely, is where the vast majority of people make their most significant and detrimental mistake. They erroneously conflate invisible progress with a complete lack of progress. They lament, "Nothing is happening," when in reality something profoundly significant is happening. You are undergoing a silent, internal metamorphosis. You are actively developing your inner resources. You are meticulously laying the essential foundation for everything that is yet to come. The core issue is that people ardently desire and celebrate the bountiful harvest, but they deeply resent the painstaking, often unglamorous planting season. They crave the thrilling success story, but they want to bypass the silent, unacknowledged years of struggle and toil. They long for the glorious victory, but they vehemently resist the necessary, sometimes brutal period of preparation. They yearn for unshakable confidence, yet they shrink from the uncomfortable, challenging experiences that are the very forge of that confidence. However, it is a fundamental truth that there simply exists no shortcut, no bypass around the essential process of becoming. You cannot merely pretend or project an image of your way into genuine greatness. You cannot successfully fake true discipline. Its absence will always reveal itself. Nor can you simply borrow someone else's meticulously cultivated mindset as if it were an interchangeable garment. You, and only you, must painstakingly build these essential qualities within yourself. And this is precisely why the journey of self-improvement is so profoundly personal and non-transferable. Just as no one else can lift the weights on your behalf and magically transfer their physical strength to you, no one can study for you and magically imbue you with knowledge. Similarly, no one can practice your craft for you and bestow upon you true mastery. Others can certainly inspire you, they can provide invaluable guidance, and they can patiently teach you. But absolutely no one else can become you. That singular, profound responsibility for your own growth and development rests squarely and exclusively with you. And it's crucial to understand that this responsibility is not, as some might perceive it, a heavy burden. On the contrary, it is an extraordinary gift. For if your future, your ultimate destination, is indeed contingent upon your own deliberate actions, then you possess immense personal power. You wield significant influence over the precise direction your life will take. You are not merely a passive observer watching your life unfold. You are an active, conscious participant, wielding the tools to meticulously create it. Allow me to impart another vital truth. The precise moment you unequivocally accept complete, unreserved responsibility for your own life, for your choices, your actions, and your outcomes, is the very instant your life embarks upon a path of profound, lasting change. This is because embracing responsibility intrinsically bestows upon you a powerful sense of control and agency. Conversely, the act of blaming external factors or other individuals effectively cedes your inherent power. When you attribute your current struggles to your past, you inadvertently grant your past undue control over the unfolding of your future. When you cast blame upon other people, you relinquish the power to determine your own emotional state, allowing their actions or inactions to dictate your inner experience. When you blame overarching circumstances, you essentially convince yourself of your own powerlessness, trapping yourself in a cycle of inert victimhood. However, the individual who boldly declares, "My life in its entirety is my responsibility," becomes formidable and dangerous, in the most positive and transformative sense of the word. This person is no longer idly waiting for salvation or external intervention. Instead, they are actively building, diligently learning, flexibly adapting, and continuously becoming. A person who genuinely understands responsibility does not futilely ask, "Who can possibly save me?" Instead, their inquiries are proactive and empowering. What specific actions can I undertake right now? What new skill can I diligently develop? What existing habit can I consciously improve? What personal weakness can I resolutely overcome? What tangible action can I initiate today? This profound shift in questioning unequivocally separates those who are the active creators of their lives from those who remain passive victims of circumstance. And it is absolutely essential to comprehend this. Embracing personal responsibility does not magically guarantee that life will suddenly become devoid of difficulties or effortlessly easy. Rest assured, storms will still inevitably brew and break. Formidable challenges will continue to emerge on your path. People, being human, will still occasionally disappoint you. Well-conceived plans will, from time to time, undeniably falter and fail. However, what does fundamentally change is an internal landscape within you. You evolve, growing demonstrably stronger and more resilient than the external circumstances that surround you. You cease to be a mere puppet, passively controlled by every shifting situation. Instead, you consciously become the architect of your own responses. And it is precisely your empowered response, your chosen reaction, that ultimately determines the trajectory of your future. Consider this. Two individuals can face the exact same loss of a significant opportunity. One might despair, proclaiming, "My life is irrevocably over." The other, however, might interpret it differently, asserting, "This setback is compelling me to innovate and create an even superior opportunity for myself." Similarly, two people can experience the sting of rejection. One might allow it to utterly break their spirit, while the other leverages it as fuel to build themselves up stronger. The crucial difference, therefore, is not always the external situation itself. The profound difference lies in the meaning they consciously choose to attach to that situation. A truly powerful mind does not passively waste the experience of pain. Instead, a powerful mind actively transforms that pain into invaluable wisdom. Every rejection, rather than being a defeat, becomes a pertinent lesson. Every failure, instead of a catastrophe, transmutes into vital information. Every mistake, far from being a flaw, becomes a patient teacher, and every arduous struggle, rather than an impediment, transforms into rigorous training, honing your inner capabilities. Through this transformative lens, you begin to grasp a fundamental paradigm shift. Life is not, in fact, happening against you in some cruel, arbitrary manner. Rather, life is happening through you, serving as a dynamic, interactive force. It is actively shaping you, presenting you with profound challenges, and meticulously preparing you for greater responsibilities and opportunities that your current level of character might not yet be equipped to handle. This is because true success extends far beyond merely acquiring more possessions, more accolades, or more wealth. True success is, at its heart, about becoming more, evolving into a more disciplined individual, cultivating greater patience, sharpening your focus, embracing heightened courage, and ultimately becoming a more valuable and capable human being. A pervasive trap many fall into is relentlessly chasing after external success while simultaneously sidestepping or outright avoiding the challenging process of personal growth. They yearn for a significantly larger and more impactful life, yet they stubbornly cling to the same limiting mindset that got them to their current point. They desperately desire different, superior results, but they remain unwilling to alter the entrenched habits that perpetuate their current outcomes. They envision a brighter, more fulfilling future, all while fiercely protecting the comfortable yet confining shell of their old identity. But the undeniable truth is this: the magnificent future you envision absolutely demands a different, upgraded version of you. The person who is destined to achieve your dream life simply cannot be the identical individual who inadvertently created or allowed your current limitations to take root. To truly step into that desired future, you are compelled to proactively upgrade various facets of your being, your core self, the very framework of your thinking, the standards you set for yourself, your daily habits, the environment you cultivate, and, most critically, your consistent daily actions. This is because your life, in its entirety, serves as an undeniable mirror, reflecting precisely what you repeatedly choose to do. Take an honest, objective look at your calendar, scrutinize your daily routine, and carefully observe where your most precious energy is consistently being allocated. It is in these mundane, often overlooked details that your future is actively being created, moment by moment. It is forged not in your ephemeral wishes, nor in your well-meaning intentions, but in your concrete, undeniable actions. An individual can harbor 1,000 magnificent dreams, but without purposeful action, those dreams will forever remain mere fleeting thoughts, intangible and unmanifested. The world, in its pragmatic reality, does not bestow rewards upon untapped potential. Instead, the world unequivocally rewards developed potential, potential that has been painstakingly cultivated, honed, and brought to fruition through effort. Consider the inherent value of a diamond. It is precious precisely because immense pressure transformed it from a common carbon. Gold is esteemed because it endured and survived a rigorous purifying process. Your challenges, therefore, are not placed before you to diminish or destroy your inherent value. On the contrary, they are strategically presented to you to reveal and amplify that intrinsic worth, polishing you into a stronger, more brilliant version of yourself. But for this profound revelation of self-worth to occur, you must possess an unwavering willingness to fully commit to and steadfastly remain within the process, no matter how arduous or prolonged. You must be prepared to continue forging ahead, even when absolutely no one around you truly understands the depths of your conviction or the purpose behind your efforts. You must be willing to diligently work, to exert yourself when there is no external applause, no recognition, and no immediate validation forthcoming. Most critically, you must be willing to believe wholeheartedly in your vision and your capacity before any tangible proof of success has materialized. Because it is precisely in this crucible of blind faith and persistent action that true character is forged. Character, in its purest and most authentic form, is meticulously built in private. Your genuine self, the essence of who you truly are, is unveiled not in public spectacles, but in moments of solitude and unobserved action. It is revealed when there is no audience to impress, no one checking up on your progress, no one offering praise, and absolutely no one who would even know if you simply decided to give up. That is the moment that truly defines you, shaping the core of your being. The person you consistently become in your private moments, behind closed doors, ultimately dictates the authenticity and impact of the person you appear to be in public. Far too many people are solely consumed with the desire to look successful, to project an image of accomplishment. However, a significantly smaller number are genuinely willing to undertake the demanding work required to become truly successful. They prioritize superficial appearances, but authentic greatness is fundamentally constructed through deep substance, through the profound and often invisible internal work that occurs when no one else is watching. This profound greatness is meticulously built through the countless unseen moments, through the quiet, consistent efforts that transpire when absolutely nobody is there to witness them. It is forged in the dedicated hours you tirelessly invest, in the invaluable knowledge you diligently acquire, in the rigorous discipline you steadfastly develop, in the persistent temptations you courageously overcome, and in the insidious excuses you resolutely dismantle. Every single time you make the conscious and often difficult choice of the harder right over the tempting easier wrong, you are not merely making a decision, you are actively strengthening the very fiber of your being. Every instance you faithfully follow through on a promise you made to yourself, you are constructing a robust foundation of self-respect. And this deep, unwavering self-respect serves as the indispensable cornerstone of a truly powerful and fulfilling life. For when you possess genuine self-respect, you cease to negotiate with your inherent weaknesses or rationalizations. You stop permitting fleeting, temporary emotions to hijack and dictate your long-term, permanent decisions. You transition from the passive declaration of, "I will start tomorrow," to the empowered assertion of, "I commence right now." There is an undeniable, potent energy in the act of starting, in the decisive moment of initiating action. Indeed, there is an immense transformative power inherent in the simple act of starting. There is an equally profound power in the clarity and conviction of making a firm decision, and there is a truly catalytic force in that specific moment when you finally declare with unwavering resolve, "I am unequivocally done living beneath the full scope of my potential." This is a universal truth, because every single person will, at some crucial juncture in their life, be confronted with a binary choice: to passively remain the same or to courageously undergo a profound transformation, to cling to the familiar comforts or to embrace the challenges of growth, to simply follow the well-trodden path of the crowd or to boldly carve out their own unique trajectory. And it is a notable observation that the path of genuine growth is, by its very nature, seldom crowded. The vast majority of individuals instinctively opt for comfort, choosing the reassuring familiarity of what they already know. Most gravitate towards what feels inherently safe, avoiding the unknown. This fundamental inclination is precisely why those select few who deliberately choose growth, who actively seek out expansion and challenge, become truly rare and exceptional individuals. They possess a resolute willingness to undertake actions that others categorically refuse to consider. They are prepared to sacrifice conveniences or attachments that others fiercely protect. They are even willing to navigate through extended seasons of profound uncertainty and discomfort, because they have grasped a fundamental truth that eludes most people. The extraordinary person you meticulously become during the challenging journey of growth is, in fact, far more intrinsically valuable and significant than the ultimate destination itself. And as you embark upon this transformative process, when you consciously begin to build yourself from the ground up, when you diligently start to master the intricate workings of your own mind, when you actively exert control over your deeply ingrained habits, and when you courageously begin to elevate your personal standards, something profoundly powerful and deeply liberating starts to unfold within you. You instinctively cease that often futile external search for another person to complete you. Instead, you begin the exhilarating process of becoming an individual whom you are genuinely proud to stand beside every single day, with integrity and self-assurance. You transcend the need for external validation, realizing that true fulfillment originates from within. This is an absolutely pivotal and profoundly empowering moment in any person's life, for the single greatest, most impactful, and most enduring relationship you will ever cultivate throughout your existence is the relationship you forge with yourself. If you are unable to sit comfortably and peacefully in solitude with your own thoughts, if you struggle to place genuine trust in your own judgment, if you lack an unwavering belief in your own capabilities, then no quantity of external success, no matter how grand, will ever truly bring you a lasting sense of satisfaction or contentment. You can amass an impressive collection of achievements, acquire abundant material possessions, and gather widespread recognition. But if you have neglected the vital work of building yourself from the inside out, then everything external to you will inevitably feel hollow, ephemeral, and perpetually incomplete. It's a common misconception that the strongest people in the world achieved their strength because they miraculously never encountered struggle or adversity. On the contrary, their formidable strength is forged precisely because they meticulously learned how to confront themselves head-on during the midst of their struggles. They cultivated the courage to honestly examine their own weaknesses, not by fleeing from them or denying their existence, but by directly looking at them with a desire for understanding and improvement. They developed the humility and integrity to admit plainly where they had made errors or fallen short. Crucially, they learned how to relentlessly improve themselves without requiring external pressure, constant supervision, or someone else to compel them forward. This inner drive, this profound self-awareness, this commitment to continuous betterment, that is the essence of true maturity. That is the definition of profound personal growth. And that is precisely what it means, in the most complete sense, to diligently build yourself into the person you are truly capable of becoming. Allow me to reveal a compelling vision. There exists at this very moment a distinct version of you, residing purely as untapped potential. This is a significantly stronger version of yourself, a far wiser iteration, a more disciplined and resolute being. It's a version that rises earlier with purpose, that faithfully honors commitments and keeps promises made, that exercises profound control over its emotions rather than being a slave to them. It's a version that feels no intrinsic need for constant, external approval or validation, a version that confidently strides into inherently difficult or challenging situations because it possesses the unwavering inner knowledge that it has diligently prepared itself for whatever may come. But it is paramount to understand that this elevated person does not simply materialize by chance or happy accident. That remarkable individual is painstakingly created, brick by deliberate brick, day by day, choice by courageous choice, and sacrifice by profound sacrifice. It's a common fallacy that most people underestimate the immense catalytic power embedded within a single decision. They erroneously believe that one isolated choice cannot fundamentally alter the trajectory of their entire life. Yet, every monumental transformation, every significant shift in destiny, undeniably commences with a decision. It might be someone making the firm decision to finally stop making excuses for their inaction. It could be an individual resolving to take their health seriously, perhaps for the very first time. Another might decide to diligently commit to learning a new, valuable skill. Someone else might courageously choose to disengage from an environment or a relationship that is clearly detrimental and actively destroying their future prospects. Or, a person might simply decide that enough is truly enough, and that singular, resolute decision then serves as the very first brick, the foundational element, in constructing a completely different and more fulfilling life. You do not, and indeed cannot, build a truly great and impactful life in a single day, or with one grand, sweeping gesture. Instead, you build it meticulously, patiently, and persistently, one carefully placed brick at a time. The inherent challenge, however, arises from the widespread human tendency to become profoundly impatient with this deliberate, often slow-paced building process. People frequently desire to behold the magnificent, completed structure of their dreams, even while they are still diligently engaged in laying its foundational elements. They crave instantaneous evidence of progress, immediate and tangible results, and quick, gratifying rewards. Yet it is an undeniable truth that the most truly great and enduring achievements in life are almost always painstakingly created over time, through a gradual, incremental process. A robust and resilient physical body is not formed overnight. It is forged through thousands of dedicated workouts and consistent physical exertion. A strong, capable mind is not magically acquired. It is meticulously constructed through thousands of thoughtful reflections, focused learning, and deliberate mental exercises. A truly successful career is not a sudden phenomenon. It is the culmination of thousands of hours invested in learning, practicing, and refining skills. And a truly great character is not a gift. It is built through thousands of small, ethical choices made consistently over a lifetime. Always remember this crucial principle. The invisible, often unacknowledged work invariably precedes the visible, celebrated reward. Never allow yourself to forget this fundamental truth, especially during those challenging seasons when it feels as though absolutely nobody is noticing or appreciating your earnest efforts. You must firmly recall that the vital, life-sustaining roots of a tree grow deep underground, out of sight, long before the majestic tree itself ever rises prominently above the surface. Your personal progress does not require an audience to be valid. Your unwavering commitment does not need applause. Your profound growth does not require anyone's permission to unfold. Indeed, some of the most profoundly important and impactful things you will ever accomplish in your life will transpire in quiet solitude, far from the gaze of the world. The world, with its focus on outward appearances, may not witness you diligently reading that insightful book late into the night. The world may not observe you painstakingly practicing that challenging new skill over and over again. The world may not see you fiercely battling your ingrained old habits, striving to break free. The world may not even notice you consciously choosing rigorous discipline over the seductive allure of comfort, time and time again. But you see it. And far more significantly, through these consistent private efforts, you are actively becoming that very person, the stronger, more disciplined, more capable individual you aspire to be. Understand that every private victory you secure, every internal struggle you overcome when no one else is watching, meticulously contributes to and creates your public strength and resilience. Every battle you conquer within yourself, every act of self-mastery serves as invaluable preparation for the larger, more complex battles you will inevitably face in the external world. This foundational principle is precisely why you absolutely must cease underestimating the profound impact of seemingly small actions. Consider these examples. An individual who consistently saves even a modest amount of money every single day is, over time, diligently building formidable financial discipline and security. A person who commits to learning something new each day is steadily accumulating a vast reservoir of knowledge and expertise. An individual who exercises with unwavering consistency is progressively building undeniable physical strength and endurance. And a person who consciously chooses to control their reactions instead of being swept away by impulses is cultivating profound emotional intelligence and power. These small, deliberate actions, when faithfully repeated over an extended period, inevitably generate extraordinary transformative results. This, in essence, is the immutable law of accumulation at work. The magnificent person you are destined to become tomorrow is actively being molded and created by the consistent patterns of behavior you repeat today. Your future is not the product of one solitary, giant defining moment or a sudden stroke of luck. Instead, your destiny is intricately woven together by the fabric of your ordinary, everyday experiences. Indeed, your average, seemingly unremarkable day is precisely where the blueprint of your ultimate destiny lies hidden, waiting to be revealed through your consistent actions. Take a discerning look at what you choose to do when life feels calm and normal. Examine your deeply ingrained routines. Observe the choices you make when there's no external pressure, no one forcing your hand, and no immediate consequence staring you down. That is the true crucible where your future is being meticulously shaped. This is because anyone, for a brief period, can muster the energy to work hard for just one single day. Anyone can sustain a burst of motivation for a week or perhaps two, and anyone can make grand promises or bold declarations when their emotions are running high, fueled by temporary excitement. But the real profound test of character reveals itself when the initial excitement inevitably dissipates. Who are you when the results are agonizingly slow to appear? Who are you when absolutely nobody is there to observe or commend your efforts? That is the authentic measure of your resolve. The world, in truth, does not need more individuals who merely start things. What the world desperately needs are people who finish what they begin. It needs individuals who consistently continue despite setbacks. It needs people who remain steadfastly committed to their goals long after the initial surge of emotion or inspiration has faded into the background. This distinction is paramount because emotions, by their very nature, are inherently temporary and fleeting. They come and go with unpredictable variability. Commitment, however, represents a profound and enduring state of mind, a permanent dedication to a chosen path. An individual who relies solely on the fickle nature of motivation to propel them forward will, without a doubt, constantly find themselves in a state of struggle and inconsistency. This is because motivation is very much like the weather. Some days it is brilliantly sunny and invigorating, filling you with energy and drive. Other days it is overcast and gloomy, making consistent effort feel burdensome. And then there are moments when a full-blown storm rages, threatening to derail all your best intentions. But discipline, in sharp contrast, is like a deep, unshakable foundation. It remains steadfast and immovable. It provides the essential structure and unwavering support that holds you firmly in place, anchoring your actions and your purpose, even when everything else around you is in constant flux and undergoing dramatic change. I vividly recall a profound statement once shared by a truly wise mentor, a truth that has resonated deeply with me ever since. Your entire future is intricately hidden within the patterns of your daily routine. Initially, many individuals might struggle to fully grasp the immense depth and far-reaching implications of such a seemingly simple declaration. But pause for a moment and truly ponder its significance. If one person dedicates every single evening to the diligent pursuit of self-improvement, to learning, growing, and honing their capabilities, where do you imagine that individual will stand 5 years from now? Conversely, if another person spends every evening passively escaping reality, diverting their attention and avoiding any challenging self-engagement, where will they find themselves in 5 years? The vast, often astonishing difference between two vastly divergent lives is rarely attributable to a single massive life-altering decision. Far more often, it is the cumulative effect of countless small, seemingly insignificant decisions made, consistently, every single day. Both the highly successful individual and the one who struggles to achieve their goals are granted precisely the same allocation of 24 hours in a day. The critical distinction lies solely in how they choose to utilize those precious hours. One person consciously invests their time, channeling it into productive endeavors. The other inadvertently wastes it. One person actively cultivates valuable skills. The other, sadly, develops an extensive repertoire of excuses. One person courageously embraces responsibility for their life. The other perpetually searches for someone or something else to blame. And thus, slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, their life paths begin to diverge. Not with a sudden dramatic rupture, but with a gradual, quiet separation, until inevitably, the immense chasm between their respective realities becomes utterly impossible to ignore. This profound understanding underscores precisely why you must approach your daily choices with immense care and deliberate intention. For every single choice you make, no matter how minor, is inexorably propelling you towards a specific destination. Every habit you cultivate, whether beneficial or detrimental, ultimately leads to a distinct outcome. And every action you undertake carries with it an inevitable consequence. You cannot, with any logical expectation, repeatedly choose weakness, indulgence, or inaction, and simultaneously anticipate the development of profound strength. You cannot consistently opt for pervasive distraction and then genuinely expect to cultivate sharp, unwavering focus. You cannot perpetually choose the path of least resistance and self-comfort, and then, without effort, arrive at a state of enduring greatness. There is an immutable law of exchange at play. Something must invariably be traded. Every significant achievement, every worthwhile aspiration, inherently comes with a price tag. The critical question, therefore, is whether you are truly willing to pay that necessary price. The individual who ardently desires genuine freedom in their life must, by necessity, be prepared to sacrifice certain ingrained comforts and familiar securities. The person who seeks profound mastery in any field must willingly forego specific distractions and transient diversions. The individual who yearns for a significantly better and more fulfilling future must be ready to relinquish some of the immediate, fleeting pleasures of today. This is because, at its core, discipline is not a punishment, but a powerful act of self-love. It is the conscious, consistent choice of prioritizing what you want most in your life over what you merely want now. This singular, profound principle, the deliberate choice of what you want most over what you want now, holds the power to utterly transform the entire fabric of your existence. So I implore you to deeply consider, what is it that you truly desire most in your life? Do you crave a fleeting, temporary sensation of immediate comfort and ease? Or do you aspire to build a profound, enduring sense of pride that will accompany you throughout a lifetime? Do you wish to merely sidestep difficulty and challenge today? Or do you choose to proactively cultivate the strength and resilience that will serve you well tomorrow? Do you prioritize protecting your ingrained excuses and rationalizations? Or do you opt instead to fiercely protect and nurture your boundless potential? This introspection is crucial, for your potential is not merely a dormant capability, it is a sacred responsibility. Within every single person there reside latent abilities that have yet to be fully developed. Innovative ideas that have never been brought into tangible creation, valuable skills that have never been diligently practiced, and magnificent dreams that have never been courageously pursued. And the true tragedy, the profound sorrow, is not that people occasionally fail in their endeavors. The far greater tragedy is that so many individuals never even embark on the journey to discover the incredible, expansive person they truly could have become. They resign themselves to living far below their inherent capacity. They accept a life of less, simply because less feels comfortably familiar and safe. They prematurely halt their personal growth because the process of expansion inherently feels uncomfortable and challenging. But it is vital to understand that this very discomfort is more often than not the essential doorway. It is the crucial doorway leading to unshakable confidence. It is the gateway opening up to unparalleled opportunities, and it is the necessary threshold to profound personal transformation. Therefore, it follows that an individual who consistently and actively avoids discomfort in their life is, by direct consequence, actively avoiding genuine growth. And a person who persistently evades growth will, sooner or later, inevitably find themselves trapped, confined within the very life they steadfastly refuse to change. Consider for a moment the concept of a prisoner. The most impenetrable and formidable prison is not always constructed from tangible, towering walls of concrete and steel. Sometimes the most powerful and confining prison is, in fact, forged from the invisible yet incredibly rigid walls of limiting beliefs. Phrases like, "I cannot," "I am simply not capable," "It's far too late for me," or "I am just not good enough." These insidious thoughts, when harbored and repeated, gradually become invisible chains. They bind you, not physically but spiritually and mentally, and the very first, most crucial step towards true freedom and liberation is the profound realization that you have, all along, been carrying these self-imposed chains, and that you possess the inherent power to recognize them, challenge them, and ultimately remove them. Your past, with all its narratives and experiences, does not have to dictate your present or become your permanent prison. Your mistakes, no matter how significant, do not have to define your entire identity. Your past failures, no matter how disheartening, do not have to predetermine your future outcomes. You possess the innate capacity to learn from them, to painstakingly rebuild your life, and to courageously become an entirely new version of yourself. However, this profound transformation, this journey of self-reinvention, demands an uncompromising commitment to absolute honesty. You must be unflinchingly honest with yourself about your current standing, precisely where you are in your life right now, without sugarcoating or delusion. You must be transparently honest about precisely what aspects of your life, your character, or your circumstances genuinely need to change for the better. And you must be brutally honest about identifying the specific habits, those insidious patterns of behavior that are subtly yet effectively stealing away your potential and compromising your future. This level of self-honesty is non-negotiable because you simply cannot effectively change what you stubbornly refuse to acknowledge or confront. The individual who possesses the courage to look at themselves honestly, without flinching or self-deception, has already taken the most vital and foundational first step toward achieving genuine greatness. They are no longer hiding from their truths. They are no longer engaging in the exhausting act of pretending. They are, at that very moment, authentically ready to embark on the path of growth. And that transformative growth truly begins the instant you make the resolute decision that your endless list of excuses is no longer and can never be more important or more compelling than the magnitude of your cherished dreams. Because inevitably, there arrives a profound and undeniable point in your life when you fully comprehend that the magnificent life you deeply desire, the future you vividly envision, is patiently waiting for you on the other side of the person you have, for too long, been afraid to become. At this juncture, the solitary, defining question that truly remains is whether you possess the profound courage and unwavering resolve to walk through that often unseen, challenging door, even when absolutely nobody is cheering you on, when no one is clapping in encouragement, and when few, if any, genuinely comprehend the unique and arduous journey you have chosen to undertake. It's a stark realization that the life you aspire to awaits you just beyond the comfort zone of your current self, beyond the limitations of your past identity. And now, the power of choice rests entirely with you. Not tomorrow, not someday in the distant future, and certainly not when every single circumstance magically aligns and becomes perfect. No, the choice is today, this very moment, this exact decision you are poised to make. This is because your future is not passively created by what you merely hope for or by your fleeting aspirations. Your future is actively and directly forged by what you consistently do. The person you are destined to become 5 years from this day is, in a metaphorical sense, silently observing the choices you are making right now. They are patiently waiting to see if you bravely chose enduring discipline over momentary distraction. They are watching to see if you decisively chose unyielding courage over crippling fear. They are anticipating whether you prioritized challenging growth over seducing comfort. And the ultimate critical question echoes, will your future self look back with deep gratitude and thank you for the sacrifices and efforts you made? Or will that future self instead gaze upon your past with a sense of regret, wondering why you, despite knowing you were profoundly capable of so much more, still ultimately chose to remain exactly the same? Never, under any circumstances, underestimate the profound catalytic power inherent in this very day, in this present moment. It's a pervasive human tendency for individuals to mistakenly believe they require some perfect, divinely ordained moment to initiate significant change in their lives. They perpetually wait for the start of a new week, for Monday. They postpone their ambitions until the symbolic fresh start of a new year. They endlessly defer action, waiting for what they perceive as the right opportunity to magically appear. But the fundamental unvarnished truth is that the most incredibly powerful moment you will ever possess, the moment that holds the greatest potential for transformation, is simply the moment you make a firm, unequivocal decision. A single, resolute decision possesses the power to instantly change your direction. A changed direction can, in turn, fundamentally change the entire course of a life. And a transformed life has the immense potential to create an entirely new legacy, Every significant development, every journey of greatness begins with a singular, conscious choice. The choice to awaken to your potential, the choice to believe in yourself and your vision, the choice to diligently apply yourself to the work required, the choice to embark on the journey of becoming. You do not need to visualize the entire staircase, every single step, before you summon the courage to take that initial, crucial first step. You are not required to possess every single answer or have complete clarity before you begin your journey. Nor do you need the universal approval or endorsement of everyone around you before you bravely pursue your unique purpose. All you genuinely need is the courage, that initial spark of bravery, to simply start. You simply require that initial spark of courage to begin, because every single great individual whom you currently admire, every legend, every visionary, every person of profound impact, once stood precisely where you are standing right now. They too grappled with gnawing doubts, were confronted by paralyzing fears, and endured countless moments where the tempting path of simply giving up felt immeasurably easier than pushing forward. Yet, in those critical junctures, they made one singular defining decision that unequivocally separated them from the vast majority of others. They resolutely refused to abandon themselves. They steadfastly refused to betray their immense potential. They resolutely refused to allow temporary struggles and fleeting setbacks to utterly destroy their permanent, deeply held dreams and aspirations. And I want you to understand this with every fiber of your being. That exact same indomitable power, that same unwavering resolve, exists undeniably within you right now. You are not finished. Your remarkable story is far from over. Your absolute best days are not relegated to the past. They lie vibrantly ahead. There remains so much more for you to meticulously build, so much more for you to diligently learn, and so much more for you to magnificently become. However, it is a non-negotiable truth that absolutely nobody else can undertake that profound and essential work for you. The responsibility, the privilege, and the power rest solely with you. You must consciously choose yourself, prioritizing your own development and well-being. You must actively and consistently invest in yourself, not just superficially, but deeply, into the core of your being. You must cultivate a profound level of self-respect, sufficient enough to propel you towards becoming the magnificent person you inherently know you are capable of evolving into. This is because the single greatest, most impactful, and most profitable investment you will ever make in your entire lifetime is not in fact measured in monetary terms. Instead, it is the unwavering investment you consistently make in your own mind, in the unwavering integrity of your character, in the development of your steadfast discipline, in your continuous personal growth, and ultimately, in the creation of your own extraordinary future. External forces, circumstances, and even other individuals may indeed strip away your material possessions. The world might snatch away coveted opportunities that once seemed certain. It may even remove things you once firmly believed were absolutely essential for your happiness or survival. But here is the immutable truth, the bedrock of your sovereignty. Absolutely nobody can ever take away the person you meticulously build yourself into from the inside out. No one can confiscate your hard-earned knowledge or expertise. No one can diminish or remove the profound discipline you have cultivated. No one can steal the deep, resilient strength you have forged and earned through the crucible of struggle and adversity. And most powerfully, no one can ever strip you of the unshakable confidence that blossoms from the deeply satisfying knowledge that you have consistently kept your promises to yourself, upholding your own integrity. Therefore, I urge you, with all sincerity, to cease waiting for someone else to finally bestow their belief upon you. Take the courageous first step. Believe first in your own potential. Then, build first, diligently constructing the foundations of your future. And most importantly, work first, with unwavering dedication and effort. This is the natural order of things. The world, more often than not, will only truly begin to believe in you after you have unequivocally demonstrated that you already believe in yourself. People readily observe and celebrate the impressive results, but they seldom witness the immense sacrifices that paved the way. They see the gleaming success, but they remain oblivious to the solitary, arduous mornings you endured. They marvel at the grand achievement, but they do not perceive the silent, internal battles you fiercely fought when absolutely nobody else was there to witness them. Always carry this fundamental truth with you. Your private discipline, those consistent, unobserved acts of commitment, is the profound architect of your public destiny. The diligent, often quiet things you choose to do when no one is watching are, with undeniable certainty, meticulously creating the extraordinary life that everyone will, one day, unmistakably see and admire. Consequently, you must approach your actions with meticulous care and deliberate intention. Choose your habits wisely and with foresight. Cultivate your thoughts consciously and with purpose. Because every single day that dawns, you are actively, undeniably becoming someone. The pivotal question that truly matters is not if you are changing, but rather, who are you evolving into? Are you gradually becoming the individual who readily gives up, who retreats and capitulates the moment things become challenging or uncomfortable? Or are you, through resilience and persistent effort, becoming the person who emerges significantly stronger and more capable because things became difficult? Are you transforming into the type of person who is adept at endlessly explaining precisely why they cannot achieve something? Or are you instead becoming the resourceful individual who consistently finds a way, no matter the obstacles? Are you simply becoming the passive spectator who merely watches life unfold and pass them by? Or are you, with courageous determination, becoming the active creator, the architect of a life truly worth remembering, a life of profound purpose and impact? Understand this profound truth. You are granted one singular, precious life, one magnificent opportunity, one unique and personal journey. Do not, under any circumstance, squander it by perpetually hiding from the very challenges, the very trials that were inherently designed to reveal your dormant greatness and profound capabilities. Do not permit debilitating fear to dictate the crucial decisions that your expansive dreams and aspirations should rightfully be making. Do not ever allow the fleeting, seductive allure of temporary comfort to tragically steal away your permanent, boundless possibilities for growth and achievement. This is vital to grasp because one day, time, that relentless, impartial judge, will cease to ask you what you merely wanted to do or what you intended to achieve. Instead, time will present you with the unvarnished reality of what you actually did. And when that inevitable day of reckoning arrives, let your answer be something that fills you with deep, resonant pride. Let your response be an unequivocal declaration that you genuinely tried, that you bravely fought against adversity, that you continuously learned from every experience, that you passionately grew, and that you courageously became everything, absolutely everything, you were inherently capable of becoming. The road ahead, make no mistake, will not always be smooth or effortlessly easy. There will undoubtedly be days when you feel utterly exhausted, when your energy is depleted, and your spirit is weary. There will be frustrating moments when progress seems agonizingly slow, almost imperceptible. And there will certainly be entire seasons, perhaps prolonged periods, when absolutely nobody around you truly understands or supports the depth and scope of your vision. But regardless of these inevitable challenges, you must relentlessly keep walking. You must continuously keep building your foundation. You must persistently keep improving yourself, step by deliberate step. This unwavering persistence is crucial because every single step forward you take is undeniable proof that you are actively transcending the person you once were. Every conscious choice of discipline you make sends a powerful affirmative message to your future self, shaping its reality. Every sacrifice you courageously undertake serves as a profound declaration that your cherished dreams hold immense significance and truly matter. And every single time you find the inner strength to rise again after a fall, after a setback, you are undeniably forging a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. So, from this very moment forward, cease asking yourself if you are truly capable. Start instead relentlessly proving it through your actions. Stop passively waiting for confidence to miraculously appear. Actively build it through consistent effort. Stop fruitlessly searching for external motivation. Consciously cultivate discipline within. Stop idly looking for the elusive, perfect time to begin. Instead, proactively cultivate the time and seize the moment. Your life in its entirety is not fundamentally altered by what you merely intend to do or by the grand plans you harbor in your mind. Rather, your life is profoundly and irrevocably changed by what you consistently and wholeheartedly commit to doing. Therefore, I urge you with every fiber of your being to commit. Commit deeply and earnestly to your continuous growth. Commit with unwavering resolve to your authentic purpose. Commit absolutely to the rigorous, exhilarating process of becoming the extraordinary person your magnificent future unequivocally requires. Courageously walk forward, even when absolutely nobody walks alongside you. Diligently work when no one is there to offer applause or recognition. Unwaveringly believe in your vision, even when it remains entirely unseen by others. This steadfast dedication is key because the individual who possesses the strength and resilience to meticulously build themselves in quiet solitude, out of the public eye, will eventually manifest a life so powerful, so authentic, and so impactful that it will, without question, speak volumes for itself. And one glorious day, you will cast your gaze back upon this very moment, this exact turning point in your journey, and you will realize with profound clarity that everything, truly everything, shifted. It shifted the instant you ceased waiting for external cues, the moment you stopped making endless excuses, the second you abandoned the fruitless search for answers outside of yourself, and when you finally definitively decided to take complete and sovereign responsibility for the single greatest, most intricate, and most rewarding project you will ever undertake in your entire existence, the building of yourself. So, rise up now, take absolute control of your destiny, make that decisive choice, start today, build yourself with purpose and passion, because your vibrant future is not passively awaiting a superior version of someone else. No, your magnificent future is patiently, expectantly waiting for the stronger, wiser, and more capable version of you.